This is News 6 Tonight.
Hey, welcome to News 6 Tonight. It's Monday, 10 days until Christmas. Can you believe that?
Wow, that is crazy. You said that earlier today on the news, and I was like, that can't be right.
It's the 15th, right?
Yeah, it is.
And
It
if
is
you
the 15th.
add 10 to 15,
You know I'm not
I'm
good
no
at math.
mathematician.
That's why I got into this job. They said, you don't have to do much math.
Oh my gosh, no. And we have to do a lot of math sometimes. Thank you so much for joining us and making some time to catch up on some of the day's headlines, because this is a very busy time of year. So we appreciate you for just kind of being here. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
Yeah, I'm Matt Austin. Hopefully you're having a good night. You're relaxing a little bit. I would love to tell you that all the stories that we have tonight are happy and joyful, but
you got to hang with us a little bit.
The tourists have come, and they're not always making great decisions, at least with this first story that we have tonight.
Oh, it's awful.
It's a brutal one. I'm just going to warn you, out of Kissimmee. But there's this dad. He's a tourist from Washington, D.C., and according to law enforcement, he started to drink and do some drugs, and then he thought it would be a good idea to jump into the hot tub with his 20-month-old daughter. Now, as a parent, one thing that you learn very early on is your kids are not allowed to be in hot tubs until they're significantly older. Kids don't sweat like we do.
No.
They're bad for you. That, even outside of this, obviously they can't swim. So this guy takes the 1-year-old into the hot tub, passes out, falls asleep, whatever you want to call it, wakes up, and the little one
just
has
terrific.
drowned. Just the worst, and as big of a mistake as this appears to be according to law enforcement. Obviously, it's just a terrible situation for him and his family and mostly this poor little girl. So our community correspondent, Laverne McGee, takes a look at this story and the charges this father is now facing.
Raynard Tyrone Huff faced a judge today after being arrested in connection with the death of his 20-month-old daughter. Based on the state's intention to set a motion for pretrial detention, the court decided not to send bond. His arrest warrant says on December 13th at approximately 3:30 in the morning, Osceola County Sheriff's deputies were called out to Nice Court in Kissimmee. It's a house in a gated community not too far from Disney. Huff's address is listed as Washington, D.C., and the family was apparently staying at an Airbnb. The affidavit says first responders tried to revive the child who'd been in a hot tub. They airlifted her to Advent Health Celebration Hospital, where she later died. It says Raynard reported falling asleep for about 15 to 20 minutes, and when he woke up, he felt the child's head drop to the water. He admitted he had been consuming alcohol and ingested 2 different types of unknown narcotics prior to the drowning. A man who lives in the neighborhood where it happened is upset.
It should make us angry, when a child that young dies, because they should definitely be supervised. So that it just shouldn't have happened.
The next hearing will be on December 19th.
You just feel bad for everyone involved, but especially the child. And now, you're talking about coming up on the holidays, and this is just devastating for so many people because, you know, not just the dad who knows the child who admitted that he was doing some things he should not have been doing, but other family members who knew this 18-month-old. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, you hate to see it. I mean, unfortunately, people come to Orlando and they decide that this is the time when they are going to get just as inebriated as possible. And unfortunately, when that happens, you make really stupid decisions.
Really poor decisions.
And so hopefully that family can recover from this.
Yeah.
But that's just
awful.
That's a terrible. That's one you don't recover from.
No, I don't know how you would. Yeah. Another story that is just devastating is police are still actually looking for the person who shot and killed an 18-year-old. And this is at a park in Leesburg, where it's a park known for where families just hang out, especially on the weekend. And I don't know if you recall this past weekend, but it was beautiful. There were a lot of people just out and about. And again, I bring up the holidays because people are already starting to come to town and starting to enjoy, because it's Florida, you want to make the most of your time. People save up their time from work to be here as long as they possibly can because they know they're not going to get snow for Christmas or whatever. But this 18-year-old and his family members were there and saw the whole thing happen, and there's a suspect still on the loose. Our News 6 correspondent Angie Casada has more on this devastating investigation.
Yeah, they're hoping anyone will come forward with any information as they work to piece together what led to this deadly shooting at Berry Park in the middle of the afternoon. This is a park that usually has several families in the area. A quiet Sunday afternoon at Berry Park turned into a crime scene.
Unfortunately, we heard a pop and somebody got killed, and it's sad.
Police say just before 1 in the afternoon, officers responded to reports of a possible shooting victim inside a vehicle. They found 18-year-old Juan Gomez Jr. of Grand Island with at least one gunshot wound. Fire rescue and EMS rushed in, but Gomez was pronounced dead at the scene.
Just trying to get up out of there at that moment. Was looking around to make sure everybody was all right at that point, and it was just crazy.
Detectives and crime scene investigators spent hours collecting evidence as family and friends stood by.
I feel as if we just need to do better, honestly.
Now, Leesburg police say this is still an active investigation. They haven't released any information on any possible suspects, but again are urging the public to come forward with any information. Reporting in Leesburg, Angie Casada, News 6.
Again, it's one of those devastating stories where you just don't even understand. Like, what just happened? We were at a park having a good time, and now
Beautiful
all of a sudden
weekend.
we're planning a funeral.
All ruined.
Yeah,
by
it's awful. It's awful.
Yes. So we have one more for you. That's good.
And
this one's
we're
crazy.
sorry.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's the holidays. You should be just enjoying your evening, but we do have some rough ones for you tonight. And next one is pretty interesting, though. I've been wondering if something like this would happen. So it's the first time I have personally seen it, at least in our area. We've done a lot of stories on these motorized scooters, these e-scooters. Kids are flying around on them, going 30, 40
E-bikes
miles
and
an
stuff.
hour. So a teen was riding, this isn't an e-scooter, but it's in a similar realm, a mini bike. Have you ever seen a mini bike before?
I've seen it and didn't know what it was.
So they have some of them called like a Honda Grom, or they have these ones they call like a Monkey or something like that.
It looks like the person on it shouldn't be on it because it looks like it's too tiny for them.
It looks like you're a bear on a little bike.
That's
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And there were lots of fun. I wouldn't mind having one in my garage. But you're not supposed to ride. This is like a dirt bike. You don't ride them around on the roads.
No.
They're not street legal. You can't get a license plate for them. So a teen was riding on one of these, pulls out in front, according to law enforcement, of a motorcyclist, hits the motorcyclist ends up dying. So now the question is, you weren't supposed to be on the road in the first place with this machine. You got on the machine, you made the decision, and now this person is dead because of it. So now they're being charged, this teen, for the death of this person. Our community correspondent Jana Manohalal has the story.
That crash happening right here at Utah Drive and Captain Drive in Deltona on Sunday night around 6:45. Now, according to the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, it was a 17-year-old riding a mini bike. Again, mini bikes being different than e-bikes or dirt bikes, but 17-year-old failed to yield during a left turn and collided with a 32-year-old motorcyclist who then later died from that collision. Now, Charges are pending against the 17-year-old, but this could make it the first case, at least here in Central Florida, where law enforcement holds the rider of an e-bike or a mini bike responsible for somebody's death. The photo you see here was taken following the crash. Deputies say the mini bike, again, did not yield after making that left turn and was T-boned by the motorcycle, causing both drivers to be thrown off of their bikes. The driver of the motorcycle was wearing a helmet at the time of the crash, but due to the severity of his injuries, was pronounced dead at the scene. Deputies say the teenager who was driving the mini bike was not licensed and does not live in Florida or Volusia County. He was in the area visiting family at the time of the crash. The mini bike was not registered, had no headlights, and was not street legal.
So riding around at night without a headlight on something that
All
was
the
not
things.
street legal, pretty much a recipe for a disaster, and that's exactly what you get. So I'll be interested to see what happens with this case. It is a person who's underage. They're 17. It's not that hard for a court to charge a 17-year-old as an adult, but we'll have to see where this stands, because if your kid rides around on an e-scooter, now, e-scooters are probably a little bit different because you are allowed to ride those on the road in certain ways.
But some of them go really fast.
You're not allowed to blow through stop signs
No.
and hit a motorcyclist
Yeah.
or something like that. So I don't know. I think this is going to bring out a whole new realm of issues as we have all these kids flying around on these fast vehicles.
But that was already an illegal move to have it out on the road.
It was.
So
Couldn't have it out there.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to lighten the mood when we
Please,
come
for
back.
the love of heaven.
Thank goodness. I love the Savannah Bananas, and I bet you do too, but you're never going to guess why I really love them, because baseball, wow, that game can be long. We'll talk about it when we come back.
Yes, it can be long.
Yeah, and you got the link from the show just a little while ago, I think. So we'll make sure we have that for News 6 tonight. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We know you're busy, but news doesn't stop, and neither do we.
That's right. And this is News 6 Tonight, where we leverage this entire busy newsroom with our community correspondents, our producers, our content desk, and then we filter through that. We have a casual conversation about the news that impacts Central Florida.
Yeah, we live here in the community, and we rely on you for our neighborhood network, because you're our eyes and ears as well, and we can't do it without you.
So you can watch us all over the place, YouTube, News 6 Plus app, and clickorlando.com. While you're here, feel free to engage. Let us know who you are and where you're from.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I am so excited about this next story because they are coming to Have you ever seen the Savannah Bananas?
I haven't
And
seen
you-
them in person. I
No.
watched the 60 Minutes episode on
Isn't
them.
it
Did
great?
you see that?
Oh my God. They're amazing. And the fact that this couple came up with this idea for this unconventional baseball team, and it was a hit instantly.
Yeah. And
Because
now they're like the Savannah Beatles.
They're
People,
the sensation.
they sell out
Oh my
stadiums.
gosh, yeah, exactly. And speaking of selling out stadiums, they're coming to Central Florida, but we want to have them come again. And this time, we would like for them to stay a little bit longer. Not
Yeah.
just, yeah, I
Yeah,
would
just
anyway.
Become the Orlando Bananas.
Yeah, why not? Our community correspondent Stephanie Rodriguez has more.
It is fun when you get something that's so aligned brand-wise, right, with Orlando. It is just family.
Last month, Florida Citrus Sports pitched Banana Baseball to the county.
From the first pitch to the last out, music never stops.
They explained the game to the Tourist Development Tax Sports Incentive Committee.
It's family fun entertainment. It's a new twist on baseball, but mostly it's just family entertainment, which is perfect for our community.
With viral moments like a dancing ump, a flaming bat, and players on stilts or in a kilt, the game is filled with characters. The Loco Beach Coconuts and the Party Animals will be facing off in May at Walt Disney World's ESPN Wide World of Sports. These two games are projected to bring in 20,000 people, over 3,000 hotel stays, and over $6 million in economic impact. And Florida Citrus Sports wants Orlando to be called to the plate, but at a much larger scale. They're asking Orange County for $180,000 in sports incentive funding to try to host a Banana Ball Championship League game at Camping World Stadium.
They've only been in a handful of stadiums, sold them all out, so we just wanted to be one of the first ones to say Orlando's next.
We got next, for sure.
Okay, you had me until you start asking us for money.
Well, that's...
Why do you need taxpayers to subsidize? You make plenty of money. I saw on 60 Minutes how much money you're making. You need to pull out of the taxpayers'
But
coffer?
do you see how happy the fans are?
So let them pay for the tickets.
Okay, well,
I'm not gonna go.
No, it's got to remain family friendly. If you're taking like 3 or 4 kids there and you're gonna buy all the things that you buy at a baseball game, it's still gonna cost you some money. So it's not like it's dirt cheap. But you can't, if you're going to a minor league game, you don't want to pay major league prices. Anyway, I love these guys. And the thing that I love about it the most is that 2 hours, that's the limit.
They're done at that.
They're done. They're done at 2 hours.
Well, I like all the
Perfect.
kitschy things,
Yeah.
like the guy on the stilts who
Of course.
throws the ball and the guy with the flaming bat. That's great.
Yeah.
Don't come to Orlando with your hand out. If you want to come and you want people to see your stuff.
What if they have their glove out?
I don't care what it is out. I don't want to put money in it. We have enough going on. We're shutting down
This is the
schools.
problem.
Why are we handing people
because-
money to come here and play baseball? This is...
Wow.
These
you
things,
really have turned this story into something awful, and you really have ruined what was really a delightful story about this quirky minor league baseball team that has brightened
all about the
day of so many people.
I didn't even watch that portion of the story.
You know what? I'm not surprised. The thing that brings joy to a lot of people. Here you are with your sprinkler.
All right, let's go.
With
Come
your
on.
sprinkler system.
Play the violin.
No, it's not a violin.
They're doing fine. Why do I have to pay you money to come here? I don't like that. Bananas. Go somewhere else.
Just
bananas.
move on. You've ruined.
Hey Ginger,
ruined my
Elon
night.
Musk has a message for you.
Yeah,
He needs a loan.
I already took
He
it.
needs-
This is another story that bothers me.
Can you
a
give
lot.
Elon some money, please?
Yeah, those satellites don't get up into the air by themselves. They're
well,
not cheap.
did you see? Okay, a little bit of a side venture here. The Elon Musk has announced that SpaceX is going to do an IPO in 2026, and they announced that the company's going to be worth what's the what? How much money?
Yeah,
$800 billion. Do you know how much?
What is the what can I get? I want one.
You
how
want
much
one
for
I don't know.
one?
They don't know how much a share is yet. But Elon Musk owns half the shares. So the day that hits the market, you know how Elon Musk is already considered like $400 billion. I don't even know how much this SpaceX is factored. That's mostly Tesla. So once that hits, he's going to be worth close to $1 trillion.
Will he be the first trillionaire?
He will. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that we know of. You know, they
Yeah.
say some of the Saudi princes and maybe like Putin are possibly trillionaires, but we would
But
never
you
know.
say that as a cautionary tale. So if Elon Musk appears to be calling you for money, probably
If
not. It's gotta
Elon
be
Musk,
him.
like the Savannah Bananas, comes to you and holds his glove out, don't put any money in it because he's already rich. So here's where I'm going in this roundabout way. Someone is using AI deep fakes, videos of what doesn't even really look or sound like Elon Musk, but that could trick you if
To
you're
the
maybe
untrained
not
eye.
technologically
Yeah.
savvy. They're pretending to be someone you trust, such as an Elon Musk. And our Lewis Bolden, our investigator, found someone who fell for this trap. So take a look.
69-year-old George Hendricks says he not only lost money, but he could lose his home and his wife of 39 years after crooks conned him out of nearly $45,000. It started when Hendricks commented in an Elon Musk car giveaway group on Facebook, and there are many of them.
The fact that it was Elon Musk, did that add legitimacy for you?
To me, I think it did, yeah.
He later got this message saying congratulations, he was the winner of $100,000 and a brand new car.
My good friend, Mr. George, I just want you to listen to what I'm telling you.
Then came a personalized message from who Hendricks believed was Musk himself.
I promise you that you're going to receive your package.
But first, he would have to pay $7,500 to get the car shipped to him, and it had to be cash. They exchanged hundreds of messages, and Hendricks ended up draining bank accounts and maxing out credit cards, sending nearly $37,000 more. And Hendricks isn't alone. This year, AARP wrote an article about ads using Musk's image to steal victim savings.
Yeah, a deepfake video is something that's being generated to look like somebody, but it's not.
Kieran Human is a security enablement lead with cybersecurity company ThreatLocker.
People are just going to have to be more cautious.
I know it's going on all the time. You just never think it's going to be you.
So I just hope people watch stories like this and realize these celebrities, these billionaires, these people you see on TV are not going to ever send you a message.
I'm just looking at a Forbes headline right now. It just came out about 5 hours ago, and it says Elon Musk just became the first person ever worth $600 billion. So
yeah,
he's not going to call you or
and I
ask
guess
you for money.
Maybe what they're trying to prey on is the fact that if you invest this money with this really smart guy, that you'll be worth a bunch of money as well. He has these great investments that he's going to share with you.
Yeah.
He's not sharing. Warren Buffett isn't sharing.
Oh my
with
gosh,
you.
I couldn't get the words out fast enough.
There's not. He doesn't say, "Hey, I'm going to buy this stock. Why don't you buy it with me?"
We rarely hear about any sort of schemes associated with Warren Buffett. Like they just don't use the Oracle of Omaha's name in vain that way because they
just given them an idea.
I don't think so. I don't
Very
think so.
trustworthy. But I mean, I would say Elon Musk even more well known than Warren Buffett these days.
Oh, right now,
depending
for
on the
sure,
crowd, especially.
for sure. All right.
All right, we should check in with the weather. Meteorologist Jonathan Kagas. Hopefully our guy is ready. He is. He's in the weather center. He looks like he's jamming. What are we jamming to tonight?
Christmas
I feel
tunes?
like
Christmas tunes?
No. He's probably going a little in sync. What are you listening to tonight?
No, nothing. I was bobbing my head to say yes. Let's get to the weather.
Oh yeah, let's get
it
to the
is
weather.
silent in here. Very silent.
Okay.
Pin drop. Silence.
It's got to concentrate.
We're all business in the Digital Weather
okay.
Center.
Now I'm scared.
But if there was tunes on, it would be NSYNC or probably Backstreet Boys because they've got more of the ballads.
Backstreet Boys, yeah.
They hit a little harder. Plus, I mean, they got their start in Studio B. I mean,
Ginger, what's not to love about
Ginger
thank
showed
you,
us
Jonathan, for that little callback, that little shout out.
Ginger
Appreciate
did that story.
It's the best story ever. Anyway, we're going off the rails, and I know we're probably short on time, but I wanted to show you this, guys. Crazy divide in the temperature department. If you were in the Keys, it was nice, hanging around 70, but 40 degrees colder this morning in Pensacola, where it got down to 28 degrees without the wind. We were kind of right smack dab in the middle of that temperature divide. We're right in the middle of Central Florida, so that would make sense. We're back to the low 50s this morning. I think it's going to be a couple degrees colder overnight, so we're going to highlight just how cold it gets tonight, and then we're going to focus on a big warm-up. That starts at the end, and we're going to look towards Christmas in our long-range Monday segment. Not really in the long range anymore. It is within view, but we're going to take a look at the forecast that we made last Monday for Christmas, see if that looks like it's going to hold or not, and then go out a little bit further than that coming up at 9:30.
We're ready for it. We're ready for it.
We're ready.
Right, bring it on.
Here.
Bring the presents on. Jonathan
Thanks,
Kagas, thank you so
Jonathan.
much. We appreciate you. All right, how does gumbo save a guy's life? You're going to find out after the break. Welcome to News 6 Tonight. We are so thankful that you're joining us here wherever you found us.
Yeah, you know what this tells me? If you have made this your new streaming destination, it tells me you're smart. Also good looking, because you chose to watch the news in a different way. That makes you really smart. Anybody can give you the news from a teleprompter or an old newspaper. We do it in a fresh new way.
That's right. So check us out wherever you like to stream. We have this app for your TV, News 6 Plus. You can find it on Roku and Amazon and whatever your smart TV is cooking. So thank you. We would love to hear your comments down
Oh my
below.
gosh. Yeah.
And then we'll show them.
Yeah, we will. New 6 Plus. The plus is you.
Ooh. Hey, welcome back to News 6 Tonight.
Okay. Is this me?
This is you.
Yeah, it is me. I
Yeah.
forgot about it. It's a story I love. It comes from the Panhandle, and this is why, you get into the habit, like, your mailman, the person, like sometimes your Amazon person if they come all the time, or
I know him
your
very well this time of
UPS
year.
guy, and it's always just delightful. Well, there is a restaurant owner, a seafood place, and he's known for his gumbo up in the Panhandle. And he has a customer who comes like clockwork, and one day he stopped coming. He knew something was wrong. Here's Steve Hartman.
At the Shrimp Basket restaurant in Pensacola, Florida, one customer has been a constant. For lunch, he always ordered a cup of gumbo, light on the rice, hold the cracker. It was that every day, twice a day, for 10 years.
Mr. Hicks don't miss no day. We open the doors up. Mr. Hicks here to greet us.
78-year-old Charlie Hicks was omnipresent until last September, when he wasn't. Didn't show up for several days.
I knew then something was wrong.
Fearing the worst, Donnell left work in the middle of his shift and drove to Charlie's apartment. He knocked on the door repeatedly, but no answer.
And right when I was finna turn, I heard a voice just like, "Help!" And then I opened the door up. He was laying on the ground, and I didn't know what his conditions was. That's what's the scariest part right there.
He was severely dehydrated and had 2 broken ribs. But thanks to Donnell, he would survive. And thanks to the staff at the Shrimp Basket, he would never be alone again.
They started by bringing his gumbo to the hospital. Then they went out and got him a new apartment right next to the restaurant, so the employees could always keep a watchful eye. 3 months after the accident,
You're late.
Charlie could pick up with his routine.
I'll be over more
Steve Hartman,
often than you like.
on the road in Pensacola, Florida.
My gosh,
Why
I
aren't there
love
more
that
people
story.
like this? Why? I mean, I think this is what makes us a great country.
Yeah.
It's communities like this one and taking care of your neighbor, and that is the definition of taking care of your
That's
neighbor.
a beautiful story, but the thing that worries me is I feel like we have fewer and fewer people
Who would
are
notice.
looking out
Who would notice?
for others.
Who would notice?
That's why it really strikes a
I
chord
know.
with a lot of people.
Yeah, it really does. But God bless them all. God
Good
bless
stuff.
them. Yeah.
If I
love
ever
that.
go to
All
the
right.
Panhandle, I am eating
Oh
that
my
food.
gosh,
It
for
looks
sure.
good too.
I hope that made up for starting the show with such a tragic
Definitely.
beginning there.
Good night.
Bye.